Wait, you have an hour of footage, like, so I don't have to do this?
No, I mean an hour. I can record for an hour.
Got it. Did you like that? I was trying to get out of it. We have lots of pins as Carmelites. That does not need to be recorded. That can be edited. Ever since I was probably about this big, I had this desire to be a wife and a mother. And my sister and I used to talk about being in each other's weddings, and I had my whole life planned out. Going to get married, I was going to have 12 kids, I was going to live on an organic farm next to my best friend, and I had all their names picked out. And I had never thought of asking the Lord for anything different than that. And being raised Catholic, I'd always been told that the Lord doesn't just put a desire on your heart that he will not fulfill. And so I didn't think twice about my call and my desire to be a wife and a mother. Fast forward now to freshman year of college. I attended Franciscan University of Steubenville for nursing, and I did not really grow up around sisters, and so one of our sisters was being sent to nursing school. So I walk into first day, freshman year, and see one of our sisters sitting in class, and I kind of stopped in my tracks and was like, what is that? The Lord knew, because I have a very strong personality, and he kind of had to do this little sneak attack with me, because he knew that if he would have ever asked me, oh yeah, I want you to go visit the convent, I'm like, ha, false, try again. You know how you study better with some than with others? This sister and I ended up being study buddies all 4 years. And so that was kind of the sneak attack, because I would go over to the convent, and while we were there, we would study and then stop for holy hour and then have dinner and go back to studying and then stop for night prayer. So by default, I was living the life. And as I was just spending time before him in the Blessed Sacrament, in the quiet silence, that's where the wrestling started to begin. And I started to feel drawn towards the religious life. And I didn't understand it. And actually, my first reaction towards that was anger, because I had always been told that the Lord doesn't put a desire on your heart and then like a carrot, dangle it in front of your face, and haha, just kidding. And so I didn't understand. And so again, I went before him in the Blessed Sacrament and kind of just was hashing it out. And there was this real graced moment where I realized, or he helped me to realize, I should say, that in embracing this life as a consecrated religious, no, I wouldn't get to be the spouse of a man on this earth, but I get to be the spouse of Jesus. And no, I wouldn't get to have my own biological children, but I'd get to have more spiritual children than I could have ever had biologically. And at that moment, when I realized that he wasn't taking something from me, but was elevating it to a degree that far surpassed what I could have ever imagined for myself, I was able to start to release the grasp of the dream that I had for my life. And there was just this moment of surrender. And at that moment, I felt like the Lord got down on one knee before me in the Blessed Sacrament and proposed and said, will you be my bride? And okay, Jesus. And, how do you say no to that? And I just had the immense privilege on July 21st, 2019 to make my final vows, where it was my wedding day, and I got my ring, and I said, forever, I am espoused to you forever through the vows of chastity, poverty, and obedience. I have never, ever been happier in my entire life, and every single one of those desires have been fulfilled beyond my wildest dreams and my greatest expectations, and he never ceases to fulfill what he has promised. And so I keep Jesus close to my heart, right there over my heart.
You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm so nervous.
Well, no, I don't. It's my life. I love my life. I love my life. And so to be able to share that with everybody is such a gift. It's not hard to talk about something or someone that you love.